So iOS 13 Beta 5 was just released by the Apple headquarters people. Shout out to them, dude. They're always coming in clutch. Every single other Monday, they're like dropping something new, and I love it so much. I know I said so much so many times, but this update specifically on my iPhone SE came out about, I think it was like around 500 megabytes actually, which was more than my 6S, but I think it was less than my iPhone 10, so it was like in the middle somewhere. And this beta really brought, I will say, not like humongous crazy features, but it brought a lot of like minor features in my opinion and minor changes that are actually really cool. Now, some of the changes actually came to the iPad OS as well, which we haven't hit on in a minute. I'm not going to spend like 30 minutes talking about it. I'm just going to get like 2 things that it changed, or like even 1 thing. And within iPad OS, they actually made it so you can now change, I guess, the size of the apps. Not necessarily, but you know on iOS, you can, the standard way of viewing apps or the zoomed in way of viewing apps. So basically it's like either the icons are bigger or smaller. You now have that functionality on the iPads now too, which is super cool. I don't really know what led them to do that in the beginning with, but you know, it's a cool feature, and you know, who might have complained? Just kidding, I complain all the time, you guys already know. By the way, have you guys started calling me Lord Alpaca? I don't think you guys have been doing that, so. Now another awesome thing with Beta 5, and I didn't notice at first, but once I went on the subreddit of iOS Beta, I started seeing it. It's the volume indicator has actually gotten a little bit sleeker now. If you guys can tell, like it's just a little bit smaller. Obviously when it kind of hides to the side, you can't really even tell to begin with, but you can see, and I can tell you, like it does look a lot smaller than what it was before. It was pretty thick, man, and I've seen some pretty thick things. Like I've seen myself in the mirror. I'm a pretty thick thing myself, but this is a little bit different. And also with the volume indicator, you can now change it to, before you can only set it to 16 different positions, but now they double that up to, actually they made it even higher than that, it's 34 different positions. So it's more than twice the amount of positions you can set it at. So that is a really cool thing. Again, kind of minor, but at least Apple's kind of thinking of the minority when it comes to features. Now another thing, but this isn't specifically for the iPhone SE, but screenshots are now rounded in specific iPhones. So the 10R, 10S, 10S Max, iPhone 10, those screenshots will now be rounded out in the corners. They're not like circle screenshots, they're just rounded out. But these ones you can tell they're not. As you can see, it's perfectly a thing, but it's actually just a, well, that was really trippy. Now I did run a benchmark, and on iOS 13 Beta 4, I had a multi-core score of 120,689, and I just reran it, and it actually went up quite a bit to 142,511, which is the exact opposite of my iPhone 6S back there. That went from like 120 to 104 or whatever, and then it was actually like a 140, I think, on Beta 3, so I don't know what's going on with that phone. I'll have to check it out. But if you own an iPhone SE, expect, I guess, the speed to increase a little bit. Do I notice it? You know what? I'm not going to lie. Maybe a little bit. Maybe the animations seem a little bit smoother, but that could just be me being me and just like kind of expecting it, and it's kind of like the placebo effect. So I don't know. But the stability for 100%, I'm going to say should increase. Now I'll update you guys in a couple of days. But in my opinion, I think the stability should increase. Mostly because this was a pretty big update, and I don't see them putting like amazingly crazy features. They, like I said, they put a lot of minor things in, but as far as I can tell, I think this is definitely a home run in terms of a beta. I think it's definitely improving so far. Obviously, don't download it yet. Just wait until the official version comes out. Don't download the beta. I wouldn't even recommend downloading the public beta in my opinion, but other people say otherwise. I would just wait until iOS 13 official, like in 2 months comes out. Not even 2 months, like a month. So wait until then, you'll be set. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section as well. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.